Hi everyone, welcome to part 3, the final part of learning to scalp 5 pips like a trading god. Now I'm literally in the middle of, by the way, I'm filming this about 5 days after from the previous video, which was last week. Okay, so I've kind of got to refresh my memory on where we are. I'm in the middle of a trading session with the members right here. We just took a beautiful buy here. Let me just show you here. Here we go here. So this was the buy here. It was a beautiful buy on GPUSD. As you can see, it was just beautiful, went flying up. A lot of members took it as well. You can see here. That's my kind of trade. This was a kind of back-to-back setup on gold. As you can see there, beautiful. And then I just closed it off there. As you can see, out on GU now. But been some good trades. A lot of members trading the Mogwai strategy, which we're about to trade now. As you can see, pretty much exactly what I'm doing, marking up previous structure. As you can see there, they've got the 15-minute time frame. They're marking up the structure, going down to the lower time frames and taking sales. The only thing that I would do differently here is obviously I'd be entering more at that level, rather than kind of here, because look at the difference from there to there. That is fundamentally I'll be entering where that MACD arrow or the Mogwai arrow is here. See that let me do it properly, right? You see the Mogwai arrow here? That's where I'd be entering because I'm right at that level, and I could get more pips. The difference from there to there could be 5 pips, right? So let's say if I had a 10 pip take profit, that's easily getting hit to this one guy making 5 pips, for instance, here, right? But some good trades. Gold again, nice little TP. Currently in this trade, red line. So let's just carry on. Let me just go back to here. Okay, I'm gonna get a nice trade. Let me just have a quick look at the account balance. Here we go here. Right, so this is going to be current week. Okay, I haven't took any trades this week. Current month. Oh, previous month. This is it. This is what it's going to be. Okay, so we are still down. Let me just have a quick look, because I'm going to have to do this because it's literally the 1st of April right now. It's the 1st of April. So it's going to be, let's do from when I started. So when did I start doing this? So let's start the 24th until the 30th. Okay, so let me have a quick look here. So I can have a quick look at where we are. 24th until let's do the 30th. So there we go there. These are the trades. These are all of the trades that I took last week here. So let me just go back to the charts here. There we go there. These are all the trades that I took last week, as you can see. Right, sweet. We're now up to date. So I'm going to take this account to hopefully £1,000 in today's video. We'll try and get it back to £1,000. This is my partner's account, by the way. I gave my partner about £1,000 around 6 months ago, if I'm being totally honest with you. Let me have a look at when I gave this. It doesn't tell me 24th, so it was around November time, so around 4 months ago. And yeah, she's just been losing money ever since. Very good trader, right? She's a very good trader, just has a very bad problem with money management. Her idea is if she doesn't use a stop loss, she can't lose the trade. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that might work 9 times out of 10, but then you'll blow your account, right? But until you blow your account, you won't learn, will you? Right, anyway, so let's go back to here, right? So let's just jump straight into it. Okay, we're getting a lot of setups at the minute, a lot of setups. That is an absolute beautiful trade. I'm going to be entering this late. I'm going to be entering this trade, Euro USD. Let's enter this trade immediately straight into here. Oh no, everything's at the bottom. How do I sort this out? Right, okay. Here we go here. I need to move this to the top. Right, there we go there. Right, I'm going to enter this trade very late. Oh my god, let's just go with one lot. What's the end of the world, eh? Right, one lot, Euro USD, bang, in that. I'm going to take 2 trades. I'm going to take 1 trade. I'm going to set a 5 pip take profit on this one. So same again. Why do I like this one here? Okay, so obviously Mogwai with a Mogwai strategy, you should know by now from the previous videos. Very good scalping strategy. So I'm marking up structure on the 15-minute time frame. So we effectively are using two time frames, right? Either the 1 minute 15 or the 15 1 hour. It's up to you. 15-minute is your support and resistance. So as you can see here, what we tend to do is we mark up our resistance or support. So resistance, support. We then go down to the 1 minute and then we're looking for setups around this area here. So as you can see, if I just zoom out now, you can see this is effectively what we're looking for, the MACD arrow or Mogwai arrow, and then we take it down from there. So it's a beautiful trade. This one, same again, is I've entered this trade way too late because like I said, right, ideally, if I'd entered sort of round there where that support line is, I would have been, I would have been like there where that Mogwai arrow is. I would have already been 7-8 pips. So that would have already been TP. You know what I mean? So that's the difference here. What I would recommend you to go and do is go and watch the previous two videos on this because I go into more detail about the strategy, what I'm looking for, etc. I don't just want to keep continuously going over and over and over again. Watch this, you ready? I'm going to take another buy just here. Okay, the reason being is because we've just bounced off that TCA line. So you see how the TCA line, let me just get rid of that. Let me just get rid of that area there. Done. Right. If we zoom in here, see how it's just bounced off that TCA line and the TCA line turns green. That's beautiful, right? Now if you look at the TCA line, here's a very good example here, right? Let me find you a valid trade that was like kind of good, right? Let's find you, like I said, I won't know if it's valid because I can't look at support and resistance, but let's look at something like this here. Let's zoom in here. Right, so obviously here you've got the MACD arrow and got the Mogwai arrow, but what you'll find is as price goes below the TCA line, right, it will turn red, right? And you'll notice price will reject off that TCA line. See here how price is rejecting off that TCA line. So it's very likely what happens is we go above the TCA line and then it retouches it and then it goes back up there, which is really good sign. So that's what I look for when I'm kind of trading the Mogwai strategy is you see here, see how it's bounced off that TCA line there? What I'm ultimately looking for now, let me make this white so you can see, and I wonder if I can make it a little bit smaller. No, I can't, is I'm looking for a break there. Okay, so if we've broken this here, we should definitely be hitting those 5 pips. Like I said, I really should be entering there, but it's not the end of the world. The thing about going for 5 pips is, we're not predicting big market moves, right? We don't really need to get that kind of perfect entry point every single time. It's more about marking up your levels and then immediately as we come into that level, buy it, right? So as you can see there, I mean, there's a lot of trades happening at the minute. I'm not going to jump into every single trade because, oh, hang on here. Let's have a look at gold. I bet you gold's a perfect setup. I bet you any money now, gold is a perfect setup. No, it isn't good. There's no resistance area there. Right, so let me just hold on there. My screen's about to turn off. What we're in Euro USD. So Euro USD is going to rocket up there, which is nice. As you can see, we'll probably be swimming nicely into money. Both of these have been set at 5 pips. Actually, I've took a sell on gold. Look at that. Oh my God, I've messed up there, haven't I? Too quick on this one here. So let me write off gold. Gold, forget write off gold. So 5 pips there, done. Okay, and 5 pips there. As if I took a trade on gold. That is just how kind of like I was trying to rushing very quickly. I'm literally in the middle of trading with everyone. Everyone's asking me, look, there's some nice trades here. Everybody's asking me about the alerts and when we're making an update to it. EU TP. I'm in EU. Oh, I'm in the buy on EU. Right, so here. So nice. We're just shooting up here. There we go there. Beautiful. This is going to be hitting take profit. Done. Okay, nice. Right, okay. What's this one currently set at? Nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that one there. I'm going to leave this one open for 5 pips. In fact, what I'm going to do is I might actually close that one off there, get some profit in the bag. So how much we made for today? Where's today? Don't want custom. How do I change the custom? Period. There we go there today. Right, okay, so 34 quid today. Okay, like I said, I would have actually normally held this out for 5 pips, but the only issue here is the fact I should have entered there. Like, I'd be like 10 pips now, and this is what you don't want to do, is you don't want to force something that doesn't need to be forced, if that makes sense. You know, we should be proud, or I should be grateful that I got something out of this trade, even though I entered about 10 minutes too late, right? But I could see, you see how we've gone above the TCA line? That TCA line price has bounced off it. That's fine, right? That's fine. That's nice, right? It's a nice little uptrend pullback, bounce off the TCA line. So nice little sales on USD CAD. It's unfortunate that I've done this video at the wrong time, because at the minute we've had the setups, right? We've had the sell on USD CAD, we've had the buy on Euro USD, GP USD. In fact, let me just have a quick look here. No, so there's no valid support line on GP USD, so I wouldn't be taking that one there. I don't particularly like Aussie CAD, USD JPY, same again on that one. Gold, okay, gold might push higher. Okay, so this might be interesting if I can get one last sell on gold, but then again, gold needs to come up all the way up to here on the 15 minutes. So, I mean, I don't know how long that's going to take, right? Hopefully it happens in the next 5 minutes. What I'm going to do, actually, let's have some fun, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for gold to come up to this level, and then as soon as it comes up into that level, I'm going to sell from it. Right, we'll get a Mogwai signal, we'll get all of that, and then we'll sell it, and then hopefully I'll make a few £100, and that will wrap up this this mini series. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to wait until we get a nice setup on gold. I'm going to basically stack a few lots on there, hopefully make the £1,000 back, and jobs are good on. So yeah, so I will come back very, very shortly. Right, I'm back. I'm going to quickly, sorry, it's been about, hold on, hold on, AUD, JPY. I'm going to quickly buy at one lot, done, bang. Why have I got two trades open? Oh, why have I got, oh, I know what the problem is. My EA is taking trades. That explains that one. Hold on, let me shut the door. I've just realised why I had a gold trade open. It's because I've got the EA turned on. Great. That doesn't help. I've got to cancel this trade out now. Right. Right. Okay. This is going to be awkward. Okay. So Aussie JPY and gold. Okay. So gold. Why does it take AU JPY? Okay, so this is a bit more technical now regarding the Mogwai reversal, right? So as you can see here, we actually have a nice. Let me just do it on here. We actually have a nice area of of divergence. See that? So you see how price creates a lower low, right? And then the MACD is creating a higher low. That's actually divergence, and this is actually very good for also having a key area of structure, right? Because if you go to the 15-minute charts, can you see how we've got an area of structure? So it's just about to come down, right? So this is the very interesting part, right? Because if I zoom in here, we're just about to come down into this support line here on the 15-minute charts, right? And this, let me just go back to the 1 minute, right? Now this setup is invalid. There's no setup, okay, because we didn't come back down to structure. But watch as we come down to structure. So basically what's happening here is we are creating diversion into this support line. So we're basically, diversion is being formed as we come into this diversion. See how it's starting to eject here? That's why I took a quick Aussie JPY. I'm just going to fire another one off actually. But I need to get rid of this gold trade here, which is really frustrating, right? I'm going to have to basically, I mean, it's technically took a buy trade, so maybe it should win. I completely forgot that I had my EA running because I normally use CTrader simply for running my EAs. I'm actually running, I'll show you, I can't show you on this one here. But I am running like an FTMO challenge at the minute. In fact, I will actually be able to show you. If we go to the free group here, you'll actually see here. So this is my C trader here. Roy's just been funded. Nice. Nice. Is here, right? So as you can see here, this is the C bot, the here, and it's running on gold. As you can see, 2 lots sort of thing. So I just didn't realize when I changed the account that there you go, nice little rejection there. When I changed the account that I didn't turn the EA off, but we should be winning that one, which is nice. Very nice. I'm just going to cancel that one off there. We're going to leave this one open. This should hopefully hit 5 pips. I haven't got 5 pips set on it. Okay, done. Oh, it's gone beyond 5 pips. Okay, it's gone beyond 7. Okay, let's go with 7 pips. Done. There we go there. 7 pips, take profit. In fact, let's just close that one off. It's gone past 5 pips. What did I close that off for? So that's at 5 pips there. So nice. We're now up 60 quid. That's nice. I need to get rid of this gold trade, but we can wiggle that out. It's not the end of the world. That's nice. See how nice little diversions there? Beautiful. Right, I'm still waiting for gold to do something. Gold's gone in the completely opposite direction. I thought gold was going to come up to this structure. I mean, when's that going to happen? You know, that could happen all the way into, the New York session, which it hasn't. But at the minute, gold's just kind of like doing nothing. USD CAD's coming down. Like I said, there's a lot of setups that I've missed. Typical. That was that Euro trade that we took. See how it bounced off the EMA? And then rocketed up. Magic, isn't it, right? I might actually get... No, I'm not going to take that. Right, okay. There isn't really much else. Oh, that was a beautiful trade. Look at that trade with the trend. Look at that. I bet you there's for 15 minutes. Yeah. Look at that. Beautiful break. This is a typical trade with the trend. I wonder if I can get into this last minute very fast. Let me just have a Euro CAD. I can. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, I might be able to get. I'm going to take 2 trades. I might be able to get just a quick 5 pips out of this one. Done. And we're going to take that one there. Euro CAD. I might be able to just. Basically, what I like about this one here is like same again, right? You got your Mogwai signal, you got your MACD signal, and we've actually got, it's very rare, right? But we actually have this. So we actually have a downtrend. So obviously, I mentioned it in my previous video, you have like your higher time frame structure levels, right? So these are like institutional levels or supply and demand levels, whatever you want to call it, right? So if I just bring up a blank chart there, right? So just let me just bring up a kind of like, I'll give you an example here. Let's just look at something like here, right? So let's just look at this little space just there. So what you'll have is you'll have your resistance level there, you'll have your support line there, and then you'll have little intraday support and resistance, right? So this is normally where you get trades with the trend sort of thing. So you'll take a swing trade from here, you'll take a swing trade from here, but here you tend to take scalps, or you tend to take trades with the trend. So to look at that example here, if I go back to the beginning, you can see how we actually have our higher time frame resistance, but then we have intraday time frames. So I say intraday, but you can see here break and retouch comes down, break and retouch comes down, break and retouch comes down, etc. like that. So that's why I'm hoping maybe like I said, I entered this trade too late. I should have entered the trade right at that level just there, which would already given me the 5 pips out of that trade. But you know, it doesn't matter. We should be able to get 5 pips out of the trade. That gold trade's quite annoying. I need to close that off, but I'm not going to close it off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit and watch it. I'm going to sit and watch to see what gold does. And what is gold doing? Let's have a look here. Well, gold should go up. It has created that higher high just there. Okay, you can see here that high. Okay, that's higher than that high. So maybe we are that TCA line. See the TCA line there? It's just turned green. So we should hopefully come up, not by much, but that will just get me out of my, get me out of that trade. Completely forgot that the EA was on. What am I on at the minute? Euro CAD. So Euro CAD is nice. It's just bounced off that TCA line, which is not good. But, like I said, there is an area of resistance. It is going down. We know that. We should get a nice little trade. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to come back in 5 or 10 minutes time. Hopefully we can get a trade on gold and I can give you an update on that Euro CAD trade. Hi everyone, I'm back. I've just closed off those sales on Euro CAD. I closed them in profit. I've got to. I'm not even joking, you're right. I've got to nip to Leicester to go pick my suit up. Like I said, you're watching this while I'm in Bali getting married on my honeymoon, but I'm actually filming this, like I said, a few days before I fly out to Bali. And I fly to Bali. I'm not even joking you. Well, I fly out to Bali on Thursday, right? Today's Tuesday. I've got to pick my wedding suit up today. And hopefully it fits me, because if I don't and I've got to make alterations, it's got to be ready by Thursday. So like I said, right, I'm going to try and rush this. I'm really trying to wait for one more trade. So as you can see, that Euro CAD trade was nice. It was beautiful. You had the bounce off resistance there. Okay, on the 15-minute charts, the 1 minute would have been that perfect entry point at the top there. Like that would have been like 14 pips. That was beautiful. But like I said, right, I'm entering a lot of these trades late. I'm really hoping for gold to do something. Like gold's just being annoying, like literally being annoying, which sucks, because gold's going to really kind of give me the extra pips that I need. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it again, and I'm going to come back in maybe. I'm going to come back in. Oh, hang on here. I might get a trade on USD Chef. No, I'm not going to get a trade on USD Chef. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back. I'm going to take one more trade. Hopefully it's on gold. What's gold doing? Yeah, gold's just really going sideways. I might just take a tricky buy on gold just for the fun of it. No, I'm not going to take a buy on gold. I'm just going to sit and wait. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to come back. Okay, so gold's doing nothing, right? But I've noticed GP Chef is on the move. So you can see it's just broken that structure there. So this is good, right? So you need to ask ourselves the question, where is it going? And GP Chef is going here. It's going to come down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark up this level here. Let me just quickly zoom out there. Okay, we have a level just, hold on, there. Okay, nice. Nice, nice, nice. I'm just going to put it further down. Okay, this is nice. So watch this, right? We're going to get a nice little setup here. We're going to go to the 1 minute now. Okay, the MACD is just about to go oversold. Okay, so we are going to enter GP Chef. And we're going into, let's just go in one lot here. This is going to be our final trade. So take profit is going to be 5 pips. Watch this, okay? So we're just going to sit and wait now, and we're going to wait for GP Chef to come down into the 1 minute. The MACD has gone oversold, which is nice, and it's just a case that, like I said, it's just a waiting game now for this to happen. There isn't really anything else to go on, and I've got it's 12 o'clock now. Is it 12 o'clock? Where's it? It tells me the date, but not the time. GP Chef, no. Okay, gold's coming down. USD/JPY. Again, here MACD is not gone oversold on GPUSD. So again, there's no setups at the minute. I'm waiting for this. Oh, the MACD has gone. Where is this level here? No, we're not. I don't think we're near that level. No, we're not. We need to come lower. We need to come slightly lower. I think personally, I might be wrong, like I said, I think we're going to come slightly less. Watch it reject off that TCA line. Right, watch it reject off that TCA line. Right, you ready? We're going to zoom in now. I'm going to watch it reject off that TCA line. See it rejecting? See it rejecting? Oh my God, magic. How did I know that was going to happen? Eh? So let's see what it does now.
So unfortunately, I had to cut the video short because while I was filming, my tailor rang me and asked me what time I'm picking my suit up because he shuts at 2:30. So I had to dash off to go pick my suit up. But have no fear because my suit is here. So come check this out, right? You're going to be the first people to see my wedding suit. So I got it tailor made for me. As you can see here, I've gone for like a blue effect because obviously I'm getting married in Bali. It's going to be hot. But there it is there. I'm quite proud of that, you know, because it took months to make, literally months. I had to go back like 3 times to get it altered all the time. Either I'm putting on weight or something, I don't know, but it kept having to get altered, but it's finally here. So I hope you enjoyed that 3-part mini series. Like I said, it was a bit rushed, mainly because of like the time scale I gave myself. We managed to turn that account from 500 quid to nearly 800 quid. I've got it written down here, £206 profit made in those 3 days. I'll put it across the screen here. Yeah, another thing that was quite interesting is I haven't actually traded like that in years. So, you know, it was like refreshing myself. It was good to get back into that fast-paced scalping. If I'll be honest with you, I was a bit rough, as you can see. If you give me a month, I'll probably master it again. But that's a good example to show you that what it actually takes to sit and learn a strategy. You know, even though I've fully mastered the Mogwai strategy and scalping, because I've spent so many years trading the Mogwai reversal strategy, which is a trend trading strategy, even though I can still trade the Mogwai, it's going to take a few weeks to get myself back in the rhythm. But yeah, we made some profit, which was good. I tell you what, right, I took a banging trade while I was out picking my suit up, right? So I just want to show you my trades today, right? So that's the account balance, 50 grand. As you can see, no open trades. If I go to day, that is the day there, okay? I'm currently £6,000. Yeah, 6,000, but minus the commission, it's the 5,000, okay? All the trades there. In fact, let me just show you the week. So this is last week, as you can see here, £14,000 profit for last week there, as you can see. I tell you this trade, right? This trade was banging, right? I'm not even joking you, right? So this was using the double alerts. I called it with the members as well, right? So me and the members took it together. It was Aussie US dollar. Here we go here, right? Honestly, this, right. So let me just, I'm going to show you this trade here, right? So check this out. This was the double alerts there, right? That was the trade that I took, okay? As you can see, I wonder if it focuses, right? And then we got a second confirmation, which was there. So I was like, oh, great, look. So now we've got 2 entry points. If I just squeeze them up like that there, you can see, right? And then look how much, right? That is literally like why I like the Mogwai reversal, because it's literally at the start of the trend. Like that was, hold on, I'll show you here. This was the first trade. As you can see, it's just crossed over the EMA. And then we got the second pullback there, which was just, that's the second pullback. And then obviously that's the third pullback. And then look at it, just ride it all the way up in there. So I'm quite proud of that. I'm quite proud of that. So yeah, this is going to be a weird video because, get this right, this is going to be the last video that I film. These are the last results I'm ever going to post before I fly out to Bali, right, tomorrow. However, you're watching this video the day that I land back from Bali, right? So it's kind of weird, isn't it, right? Because like to you, this is normal, right? You're just going to watch this video. I'll be back in England. And then the next video you watch after this, it will just be me back again, right? But for me, this is kind of a goodbye, even though it's not, because it's actually when I'm back in England. But anyway, right? I hope you enjoyed that 3-part mini-series. It'll be good to do it again once I've kind of freshened myself up, you know, kind of like had a few practice runs and etc. Because like I said, right, I was a bit rough doing it. But I hope you learned something from it. I hope you enjoyed that video. My name is Jamie Palmer. Thank you for watching.